Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to Access Arabic. We continue with our Tajweed workshop. We are still dealing with the rules of Noon Sakina or Tanween, and today we will look at Idgham. So stay tuned to the end, because then you will inshallah have a holistic understanding of this topic. Don't forget to join Qiraat Club, our free Telegram group where you can practice what you've learnt inshallah. So without further ado, let's jump straight into inshallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu wassalam ala Rasulillah. We have rule number 3, Idgham. So Idgham literally means to merge, to put one thing into another. It is when the reciter, such as you, mixes the Noon Sakina or the Tanween with the letter after it, so that the two are merged together as one single letter. So Idgham is when we make two letters become one. The letters it applies to are 6. It applies to 6 letters. These are Ya, Ra, Lam, Mim, Waw, and Noon, or Yarmaloon, as they are collectively grouped together. So if you remember the phrase Yarmaloon, just remember this, and then you remember the 6 letters: Ya, Ra, Lam, Mim, Waw, and Noon. And there are 2 types of Idgham. One is with Ghunnah, and one is without Ghunnah. So to repeat, Idgham means to merge. Whenever a Noon Sakina or a Tanween is followed by one of these 6 letters, Yarmaloon, Ya, Ra, Lam, Mim, Waw, or Noon, then we do Idgham. We will mix the Noon Sakina or the Tanween with the Ya, Ra, Lam, Mim, Waw, or Noon and merge them together and read them as one single letter. And there are 2 types of Idgham. There's 2 ways to do Idgham. One is with Ghunnah and one is without Ghunnah. So let's take a look at Idgham with Ghunnah. So Idgham with Ghunnah applies to 4 of the 6 Yarmaloon letters. It applies to Ya, Noon, Mim, and Waw, or Yanmu, Yanmu, Yanmu. So we know Yarmaloon are the letters of Ghunnah: Ya, Ra, Lam, Mim, Waw, and Noon. So whenever a Noon Sakina or a Tanween is followed by Yanmu, Ya, Noon, Mim, or Waw, then we do Idgham with Ghunnah for 2 harakat. So if a Noon Sakina or Tanween is followed by one of the above 4 letters, the reader should make Idgham, join the 2 letters with Ghunnah for 2 harakat. So let's take a look at an example. فَلَن نَزِيدَكُمْ فَلَن نَزِيدَكُمْ. So we have here Noon Sakina. It is followed by one of the Yarmaloon letters: Ya, Ra, Lam, Mim, Waw, or Noon. Which one is it? It is Noon. That is one of the Yanmu letters. So we know we must do Ghunnah for 2 harakat. فَلَن نَزِيدَكُمْ. Now let's look at the next example. We have فَمَن يَعْمَلْ فَمَن يَعْمَلْ. So we have a Noon Sakina here, and after it is a Ya. And Ya is one of the 6 Yarmaloon letters, and more specifically it is one of the Yanmu letters. So that means when reading this Noon Sakina, we must do Idgham with Ghunnah. We must merge it with Ghunnah. So we will not say فَمَن يَعْمَلْ. We will read it as one letter: فَمَن يَعْمَلْ. But we do Ghunnah for 2 harakat. So listen carefully. فَمَن يَعْمَلْ فَمَن يَعْمَلْ فَمَن يَعْمَلْ فَمَي. I'm completely merging the Noon Sakin into the Ya and reading it as one letter, but with Ghunnah for 2 harakat. فَمَن يَعْمَلْ. Just like we did in the previous example in فَلَن نَزِيدَكُمْ. We're not reading as 2 separate noons. We're not saying فَلَن نَزِيدَكُمْ. Instead, we're reading them as one letter with Ghunnah for 2 harakat. فَلَن نَزِيدَكُمْ فَمَن يَعْمَلْ. Now let's take a look at the next example. We have Min Masad. Min Masad. So we have a Noon Sakina here, and it is followed by a Mim, which is one of the 6 Yarmaloon letters. More specifically, it is one of the 4 Yanmu letters. So we must merge the Noon into the Mim and read it as one letter. So we will read the Noon as the Mim with ghunna for 2 harakat. So instead of min masad, it's mim masad, mim masad, mim masad. And now let's look at the next example. Min waraihim, min waraihim. We have a noon sakina here, and it is followed by a waw, which is one of the 6 yarmalun letters, and more specifically it is one of the 4 yanmu letters. So we must merge the noon completely into the waw and read it as one single letter with ghunna for 2 harakat. Min waraihim. So it's not min waraihim, it's min waraihim, min waraihim. So the noon is mixed into the waw and it's read as one single letter, and it is read with ghunna for 2 harakat. Min waraihim. Now, so we've had a look at it with noon sakina. Now let's take a look with tanween. So we have barudan wala, barudan wala. So barudan, tanween, fathatan. And then we have waw. Waw is one of the 6 yarmalun letters. More specifically, it is one of the 4 yanmu letters. So we know that we must do idgham with ghunna for 2 harakat. So instead of barudan wa, the noon sound of the tanween will be completely merged into the waw with ghunna for 2 harakat. Barudan wala, barudan wala, barudan wala. Next we have jaza'an min, jaza'an min. So we got the an here, jaza'an min. So jaza'an an, we have tanween, and it is followed by a mim, which is one of the 4 yanmu letters, right? So that means we know we must do idgham with ghunna for 2 harakat. Okay, so the noon sound of the tanween, the an will be merged into that mim, and it will be read as one letter with ghunna for 2 harakat. So it will be jaza'an min, jaza'an min, jaza'an min. Next we have qulubun yawma'idhin, qulubun yawma'idhin. Tanween followed by ya, which is one of the 6 yarmalun letters, and more specifically it is one of the 4 yanmu letters. So the noon sound of the tanween, the sound, will be merged into the ya, read as one single letter with ghunna for 2 harakat. Qulubun yawma'idhin, qulubun yawma'idhin, qulubun yawma'idhin. Lastly we have yawma'idhin na'imah. We have tanween yawma'idhin, idhin. We have tanween yawma'idhin, dhin, followed by a noon, which is one of the 6 yarmalun letters, and more specifically it is one of the 4 yanmu letters. So we know the noon sound of the tanween, the in will be merged with what follows it. Because it is a noon, it will be with ghunna for 2 harakat, and it will be read as one single letter. So yawma'idhin na'imah, yawma'idhin na'imah, yawma'idhin na'imah. Okay, so we've covered idgham with ghunna. Now let's take a look at idgham without ghunna. So idgham without ghunna applies to ra and lam. So whenever a noon sakina or a tanween is followed by a ra or a lam, then we will merge it. We will merge the noon sound, so the noon sakina or the sound of the tanween, into the lam or ra, and read them as one single letter without ghunna. So if a noon sakina or tanween is followed by ra or lam, the reader should join the 2 letters without ghunna. Let's take a look at an example. So we have an rabbihim, an rabbihim, an So we have an We have noon sakina here, and oh look, it's followed by a ra. Ra is one of the 6 yarmalun letters, ya, ra, lam, mim, waw, noon, but it is not one of the 4 yanmu letters. Instead, we have a noon sakina or tanween followed by a ra. So we will merge it. We will do idgham without ghunnah. So we will read it as one single letter without ghunnah. So it is not an rabbihim, it is ar rabbihim, ar rabbihim, ar rabbihim, ar rabbihim, ar rabbihim. Next we have la in lam. So we have noon sakina followed by lam. So it is not one of the 4 yanmu letters. So we will not merge it with ghunnah. We will merge it without ghunnah. So instead of la in lam, it is la illam, la illam, la illam. We read it as one letter without ghunnah. We completely merge it without ghunnah. Next we have dhikrun lil alamin. Dhikrun. So we have tanween followed by a lam. So we know we do idgham but no ghunnah. So instead of dhikrun lil alamin, it's dhikrul lil alamin. Dhikrul lil alamin. Dhikrul lil alamin. And lastly we have la ra'ufun rahim. La ra'ufun rahim. So we have tanween followed by a ra. So we do idgham without ghunnah. La ra'ufur rahim. La ra'ufur rahim. La ra'ufur rahim. Some of you may have noticed that in the case of idgham without ghunnah, the ra or the lam have shadda on them. And we've covered in previous videos that shadda is like a very powerful magnet. It attracts whatever haraka is before it. And this demonstrates the idgham without ghunnah. This shows that there is idgham without ghunnah. So these shaddas here show that there is idgham without ghunnah. So the haraka is attached to it. For example, ar rabbihim la illam dhikrul lil alamin la ra'ufur rahim. Now let's learn something a little bit more advanced. This is not just a very simple basic Tajweed course. This is a bit more of an intermediate to advanced course. So every now and then I'll throw some high level theory at you. Inshallah you take benefit from it. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to see more content inshallah. So the noon sakina or the tanween and the idgham letter have to be in 2 separate words. If the noon sakina or tanween is followed by a ya, ra, lam, mim, waw or noon, yarmalun, one of the 6 yarmalun letters within the same word, then this must be read clearly. We do not do idgham. This is actually a type of idhar. We've covered previously that idhar means to make clear. This type of idhar is called idhar mutlaq, complete idhar. And it only occurs 4 times in the Glorious Qur'an in the following 4 words. Sinwanun, qinwanun, bunyanun, and ad-dunya. If you have a look, we've covered that noon sakina can come anywhere in a word, right? Whereas tanween only comes at the end. So sinwan, we have a noon sakina here. So in sinwan, right here we have a noon sakina, but it is followed by waw. So we do not do idgham. We do not say sinwan, because in order to do idgham it must be in 2 separate words as we've covered in the examples. So sinwan, qinwan, bunyan and ad-dunya, we do not do idgham. We read it clearly, and this is called idhar mutlaq. This is a complete idhar. In qinwan, once again we have a noon sakina followed by a waw. Bunyan, we have noon sakina followed by a ya, and ad-dunya we have noon sakina here followed by ya, but we do not do idgham. We pronounce it completely clear. We do idhar mutlaq. Rules like this are not usually mentioned in basic Tajweed courses, so please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for further videos inshallah. So now let's come to a recap. So whenever we have a noon sakina or a tanween followed by one of these 6 letters, yarmalun, ya, ra, lam, mim, waw or noon, then we must do idgham. And there's two types of idgham: with ghunna and without ghunna. So idgham with ghunna applies to 4 letters. These are yan, mu, ya, noon, mim and waw. Idgham without ghunna applies to ya and ra. Remember, with idgham with ghunna, that the ghunna is for 2 harakat. We've also covered that. We've also learnt idhar mutlaq, very special rule called idhar mutlaq. This only occurs in 4 words in the entire Quran. When this happens, we do not do ghunna, we do not do idgham, because the words of idgham must be in 2 separate words. In qinwan, sinwan, bunyan and ad-dunya, it's within the same word, so we do not do idgham. And with that, we'll end this lesson, inshallah. I hope you've taken benefit from it. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and to share this with your friends and family. Share the gift of learning to read the Quran with them. Inshallah, you will get reward, I will get reward, and they will get reward. Let's all share the rewards together. But with that, take care, and I'll see you on the other side, inshallah. Ma'as salama. Take care.